Today we're going to be reading Duck on a Tractor. And everybody got one of these in their winter work packet if you're in my classroom. So if you want to go look for your book and read it with us, go ahead, pause the video, and then bring it back. So it's Duck on a Tractor by David Shannon. And I see a duck on a tractor. Wonder what's going to happen in this book. Oh, on this page I see Duck with a bike. I think there is a book named Duck on the Bike. Maybe we'll have to read that. Down on the farm, Duck sometimes got wild ideas. One day he decided he could ride a bike, so he did. Then he spotted the tractor. I wonder what he's thinking. I bet I can drive a tractor, he said. The other animals weren't so sure, but they all said, well, if he can ride a bike, maybe he can drive a tractor too. I wonder if he can drive that tractor. Duck climbed on the tractor and looked around. He pushed some pedals and wiggled a metal stick, but nothing happened. Then a shiny little piece of metal by the steering wheel caught his eye. He pulled it out, he pushed it in, then he turned it. All of a sudden, the tractor shook and coughed and rumbled. It began to move. I wonder what that shiny little piece of metal was. At first, it moved very slowly, and it jerked a lot, but it was fun. Duck drove around the barnyard until he got the hang of it. Then he stopped in front of the other animals. Climb on, everybody, shouted Duck. I wonder what animals are going to ride with him. Farm animals, but I wonder what farm animals they have. Dog was first. He jumped right up next to Duck. Woof, said Duck, but what he thought was, we're going for a ride. There's the dog. To everyone's surprise, Cow clambered on next. There's the cow climbing on. Moo, said Cow, but what she thought was, this is the silliest thing I've ever done. Pig and Pig took a seat in the back. Oink, said Pig and Pig, but what they thought was, this sure beats walking. I wonder if there's any more animals. Let's see. Oh, it looks like. Then came Chicken, Mouse, and Goat. Squawk, said Chicken, but what she thought was, last one on is a rotten egg. Squeak, said Mouse, but what she thought was, I can see everything from up here. Ma, said Goat, but what he thought was, I'm hungry. Does the garbage dump have a drive-through window? So there's Goat, and he's looking for a garbage dump to eat? Ew. There's Mouse way up here, so Mouse really can see a lot, huh? And there's Chicken. I hope Chicken's climbing higher in this picture because I don't think riding right there would be a really good idea. Okay. Next up were Horse and Cat. Cat jumped up gracefully onto the tractor. Horse, not so much. Meow, said Cat, but what she thought was, I was going to take a nap, but this should be very interesting. Neigh, said Horse, but what he thought was, I think I'd rather walk. Look at Horse's face. He looks kind of scared. Mouse, too. Look, Mouse is ducking. Maybe because of Cat. Oh, and look at this little shiny metal thing that's next to the steering wheel. It looks like a key. So he used a key to turn on the tractor. The only one left on the ground was Sheep. Bah, said Sheep, but what she thought was, this is too dangerous. Get on, Sheep, everyone shouted, but Sheep wouldn't budge. Sheep's not getting on. So Duck started driving away without her. Wait, cried Sheep, don't leave me here all alone. She ran after the tractor and took a flying leap onto it. Quack, yelled Duck, but what he thought was, wahoo! Duck steered the tractor down the lane and out onto the main road. And before long, they were driving right through the middle of town. It was lunchtime, so most people were in the diner. They all looked up when Duck and the other animals passed by the big window. So I see a window, and I can see the letters D-I-N-E-R, diner. A diner is another name for a restaurant. And then I see another sign that says E-A-T, eat. And then you can see people in there. I wonder who's in the diner. Let's see. A little boy named Edison was having lunch with his grandma. Did you ever? Gasped Grandma. But what she thought was, a duck on a tractor? That's impossible. That's totally awesome, Edison shouted, but what he thought was, no one's gonna believe this. Marcine, the waitress, looked up from her pad and noticed Cat. Heavens to Betsy, she exclaimed, but what she thought was, I like cats. Deputy Bob blabbered, if that don't beat all, but what he thought was, how am I going to explain this to the sheriff? And there's Deputy Bob. He's a cop. And I see the words D-I-N-E-R. This must be the window. And it says Lily's Diner. So that's the name of the restaurant. And it says breakfast, lunch, dinner. So they serve breakfast, lunch, and dinner. A man named Otis chimed in, I must be seeing things, but what he thought was, oh no, not again. Again. Holy cow, hollered Manny the cook. But what he thought was, holy cow. Manny usually just said exactly what he thought. The mayor almost choked on his pie. Good gravy, he sputtered. But what he thought was, those pigs are even fatter than I am. So there's the mayor, and that's Otis, and then that's Manny the cook. And Manny the cook's wearing an apron that says Lily's on it, L-I-L-Y''S. Corky just whistled, and I know this one's Corky because he has a name tag that says C-O-R-K-Y, Corky. But what he thought was, that duck is smarter than he looks, so he whistled, but then he was thinking, wow, that duck is smart. Gwen came out of the restroom. Would you look at that, she exclaimed, but what she thought was, I can't see a thing without my glasses. Oh, that must be why she's squinting. Farmer Odell observed, that's a dang nice tractor, but what he thought was, hey, that's my tractor. Here's the farmer. And look, his eyes, he looks very surprised. So does Corky. And then I notice on the restroom or the bathroom, it has a sign that says L-A-D-I-E. And I bet there's an S because that would spell ladies. For the ladies' room. That means it's the girls' bathroom. He decided he'd better go after it and ran out the door. Everyone else ran out too and chased after him. Uh-oh, they're all running. What's going to happen? Do you know? Let's see. By this time, Duck had turned onto the next street. The tractor shuddered to a stop. Duck tried turning the shiny little piece of metal again. Nothing happened. I don't know much about spelling, said Dog, but I think that E means it's the end of our ride. Oh, look, here's the E, and see the arrow? Well, this is the fuel gauge, so when it's on E, that means empty. That was a good guess by Dog, though, end of the ride, but it means empty, so they're out of gas. Sheep cleared her throat. You know, she said, I think we might get in trouble for this. Let's get out of here, yelled Duck, just as Farmer Odell and everyone from the diner came around the corner. Uh-oh, what's going to happen? Look at them all just staring. What do you think they're thinking in this picture? I don't know. Maybe what is going on? Or holy moly or holy cow? Oh my goodness. Let's see. Everyone burst out laughing. Nah, they all said, it couldn't have been. It was an optical illusion, exclaimed Otis. An optical illusion is something that you see that's not really there. So sometimes, like, you might think you see a ghost, but it's really just a shadow. That's an optical illusion. Farmer Odell said he must have left his tractor running by accident. I guess that explains it, Deputy Bob agreed. Then they all went back to the diner to finish their lunch. I wonder what Edison's doing over here. So they just thought, nope, there were no animals on that tractor. It was an optical illusion. And no one ever admitted that on that day they had seen a cow, a goat, a cat, a dog, a sheep, a chicken, a horse, 2 pigs, a mouse, and a duck on a tractor. How many animals were there? Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 animals on that tractor. Look, they're jumping over the fence. Goat just started eating the fence. And here's a picture. Maybe Edison took this picture. Let's see. It says the end. Let's go back and look real quick though, because Edison was standing there, and oh, it looks like he has a little camera, doesn't it? So maybe Edison almost got a picture of the animals on the tractor. I wonder. What did you think about this book? Did you like it? I hope you did. I thought it'd be a funny book to read. So you can read it with your family members next if you want. You can maybe tell them the story. Bye.